guys, Angela here. It is nap time at the Moore house, so I'm going to use my quiet whispering inside voice so I don't wake up the boys. But I wanted to tell you guys today a little bit about how I care for my air plants. I know you guys have seen them in some of my other videos. Sorry, I should have showing off here. Anyways, this is an antique frame that I picked up at some flea market, I don't know, ages ago, and it was broken, but I loved it so much that I asked Dan to put it together for me. Anyway, the wood is so old, it's so hard. He had the hardest time putting this chicken wire on it, and it actually took him like many tries. But long story short, obviously we got it to work. It is beautiful. All of my little air plants, let me pull one off. I just took little pieces of wire and wrapped them around so that they could hook on there, and then you can see that's the shape so that the plants actually kind of just rest inside of it. They work out great. Look, this guy even has a couple roots there. You can see them right there. Anyways, I wanted to show you guys how I take care of them. Missouri is a very humid climate, and our house, I always run the air conditioner in the summer, so we don't have too much humidity in the house. Now that we're getting around to fall and winter, there's even less humidity. I definitely do not miss these guys. In the summer, sometimes I remember to, but basically they just get a big bath once a week or every other week when I remember to do it. So what I always do, I just do it in the sink, and I always start by using a cleaner to clean the sink, because I don't want any kind of bacteria or anything that might be germs that are growing in the sink, to get, to expose to the plants. So this is just the doTERRA On Guard Cleaner Concentrate, and I just do a little drop of that actually in my spray bottle, and then I spray the sink down. I let it sit for a few minutes and then just rinse it all out. So anyways, that's how I clean my sink. Not that exciting, but it's, I think so important to keep any sort of bacteria away from the plant. But then, like this guy, you can see he's kind of odd shaped, but really what I try to do, I use warm water too, because after I let them soak for about an hour, so after they're in there for a little bit, it's just room temperature water. But I start with a little bit of warm water because, excuse me, I feel like they like that. But let me see, I'm going to tilt it down here. You can't really tell, but I don't fill the sink up like all the way. There's probably only about an inch of water in there, and I'm just gonna put him in, and then in about half an hour I'll come through and flip him around. So like, it's not that hard, you guys, but I thought, I always kind of start some of them face down, and then like I said, I just flip them around. See, like, look at this guy. He has little peach on the tips. When I saw this guy at the nursery, I asked them, I said, surely you guys don't spray paint your plants, right? This is its natural color, if you can see it. And they were like, yeah, no, we don't do that. So thank goodness. It just breaks my heart. Like when you're at, like Home Depot was so bad this year. All of their cacti and succulents, they like spray painted. Breaks my heart. Look at this guy. He's like a bright red. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love him. I just love him. Yeah, I got all of these plants actually at two different nurseries. One of them, this is a bulbosa, I think like Belize, I think. Isn't that crazy? I just think it's so great. Steve has chewed on this one like a dozen times. But he just keeps growing. So I got all of mine at two nurseries. One down in Joplin, called Joplin Greenhouse, I think. This TILLANDSIA, I think that's how you say it, I don't really know, used to be twice as long until Steve ate the bottom half, but it's still alive, so that makes me happy. And then the rest of them I got up at my favorite nursery in Kansas City called Family Tree. It's actually in Overland Park, Kansas. But they have incredible air plants up there. Now this one, I love this guy. So you think that's gorgeous, right? It is, but then look at this. And some of you have already seen this. Maybe I'll show it on the back side. There, he's got a little baby. That's so cute. So yeah, like this guy, I'm gonna put in the water face down for a while. And then this is the last one. This one has had a rough go of it too. It's one of my oldest plants. but Steve has been chewing on it, so. But they all survived. They all survived Steve's chewing on it. He knocked it off the counter one day, or off the dresser, and then he just went to town on them. So anyways, here, let me see if I can show you guys inside here. So here they are. They're all facing down in the water. Not too fancy, but I'm going to let them sit there for about 30 minutes. Then I'll flip them upside down, and that'll be it. That's their bath, and that's how I water my air plants, okay? I guess here, I'll give you guys a little bit. We'll let it soak, and then we'll come back, okay? Okay, hi guys, I'm back. It's still nap time. Can you believe it? It's so great. We had daylight savings time, and so the boys' schedules have been completely off, but they're still napping. So I just wanted to, I did flip these guys over once, so it's been a full hour. They've had great resting time. Here you can see they're all like super happy in there. But I want to show you how I dry them, because what you don't want, like you can see, all the water is going to drip down to the base of the plant, and you don't want the water sitting there, because then it's going to die. It's going to like mold and be horrible. So I make sure that all of my plants are on their faces like that when they're drying. So I'm just going to quickly, here, let's see if I can pull them out here for you guys. Just set them. This is the purple one, purple tip. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, this was, what was this? A Medusa, like a bulbosa Medusa or something like that. But Steve ate it. It's kind of like the Bailey's, like this one, but it's supposed to be like much thicker. You can see it, but Steve ate it, but it's not dead yet. So hopefully we'll get that one back to life. Like, look how red that is now, you guys. Isn't it beautiful? But anyways, this is all I do, and just make sure that they're all pointing, or you know, that their faces are all dripping downwards. You see, look how great. And let them dry. I let them dry for at least an hour. Sometimes I do it overnight, just so that I make sure that they are fully dry before I hang them back up on the stand and put them back in the living room. But anyways, that's it, you guys. It's so easy. Air plants are so beautiful. They're so easy to care for, and if you go on vacation, they're not going to care, which is what I love about them too. Ideally, when we finish building the addition, you can see it. It's right out my kitchen window. Right when we're done building that, these guys are going to go over on one of the walls that gets the southern light facing it. So they'll have so much more light than what they're getting in the current living room. Okay, well that's it. I just wanted to share this with you guys. So hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you had a good time. Thanks again for watching the video, and we'll see you in the next one, okay?